Welcome back to more Pikmin 2. Last time, we got through more of the third row of challenges, so this time, we're starting out with the Cryptic Cavern. So this'll be interesting. We only have 50 seconds for this first floor, and we only have 5 white Pikmin and 5 red Pikmin. And we also have a Doodlebug that has the key. There doesn't actually seem to be anything else on this floor, so let's quickly carry this back and make our way to the next floor. A hole that continues deeper underground has opened, journey deeper for more treasures. Alright, let's make our way over here. Next up, we have a very similar looking cavern with a watery blowhog. Let's try to toss Pikmin instead of swarming, and we'll try to call them back, so hopefully they don't lose their flowers, because we don't have many Pikmin to work with here, and I would like to keep flowers if possible. There we go, one more cycle should be enough, and lo and behold, we have another key. Yet again, it doesn't seem like there's actually anything else on this floor to worry about, so overall this has actually been surprisingly straightforward. A hole that continues deeper underground has opened, journey deeper for more treasures. I am definitely sensing a pattern with this particular challenge. Also, there is a buried treasure, but we'll move on. Next up, we have another identical cavern with a Dweevil. This is an electric Dweevil, so instead of using the Pikmin, I think I will actually try to fight it with the Captain, with Olmar, just because I do not want to lose any Pikmin. Even if this wasn't a challenge run, it's not like we have a ton of Pikmin to lose either. So yeah, best to play it a little bit safe. And the Dweevils aren't particularly tough enemies, so fighting them with the Captains is more than doable. But yeah, that didn't take very long at all. A hole that continues deeper underground has opened, journey deeper for more treasures. At least it appeared in a different spot this time. And next up, we have a fiery Bulblax. This'll be stressful, with only 5 red Pikmin. We definitely want to use a bitter spray for this, because, and also a spicy spray, because otherwise they will have a very tough time getting through this without getting into trouble. Hey, we got a spicy spray back for that, so that was very convenient. I'm not going to worry about the glitch, we don't have a ton of time. We definitely still have enough time to perform the glitch, but I'm not overly concerned about it, actually. A hole that continues deeper underground has opened, journey deeper for more treasures. And for our final floor, we have a burrowing Snagret. I did use the spicy spray and bitter spray again. That might have been a mistake, actually. That really didn't do as much damage as I was hoping it would do, but oh well. Actually, we did get it to have health, so that wasn't too bad. Another swarm cycle, and we should be fine. There we go. Again, I almost feel like the bitter spray might have slowed down this fight, actually, because of its petrification, giving it slightly more defense. But overall, that actually went pretty smoothly. It getting stuck twice was very nice. If it hadn't gotten stuck twice, it definitely would have been a little bit more complicated, having to wait for a proper cycle, but that was actually as smooth as it possibly could have been. Look, the ground is cracked, indicating an inactive geyser. Have your Pikmin dig here. We still have one more spicy spray, so we might as well use that to speed up clearing out the exit. It still might take a bit of time because of only having 10 Pikmin for this, but that'll definitely help a little bit. And that basically finishes up this particular challenge. Overall, this was actually surprisingly easy. I was definitely expecting that to be a little bit more rough because of only having 5 red and white Pikmin, but overall that actually was pretty straightforward. So now we can continue row 4, starting with the 3-color training. So we have a lot of enemies and elemental hazards to worry about. So first of all, I want to go over here with Louie and basically distract the Gatling Groink, like so, and then we'll have Olimar with the yellow Pikmin, petrify it, and hopefully defeat it without too much issue. And then, I'm assuming this will have the key, it does, so we'll have the yellow Pikmin carry it back. Because of all of the other electric enemies around here, that'll be a lot safer. Look, the ground is cracked, indicating an inactive geyser. Have your Pikmin dig here. Oh, there it is. I was actually having a hard time finding it, but there it is. We might have some trouble actually getting over there without fighting the anode beetles, but we'll try. Like so. I might defeat this one just because of its proximity, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, we actually don't need to fight a ton of them nearby, thankfully. This was overall a fairly good pattern in terms of the enemy placements. It was pretty easy to actually reach here without having to deal with a ton of other hazards. I'll be honest, sometimes it catches me off guard how quick these floors can be when you're not going for a high score. So our next challenge is the hazard training. So it looks like we have a lot of fire and water, hence only having red and blue Pikmin for this. We have a fiery Bulbulax. I think it's a safe assumption that that has the key, and obviously we actually have two potential ways to fight it because it's right by water. I actually don't know which way would be better, to be honest. I am debating using the bitter spray, but to be honest, I don't remember what's after this. So instead, I might sneak behind it and use the spicy spray instead. So we should still be able to get through this fight without too much trouble, but without using the bitter spray in case we need it later on. Except now we actually have to use it because of potentially losing Pikmin. So this might cause problems for the last floor. I guess time will tell if we should have kept that or not, if we should have just used the bitter spray and not have worried about trying to keep one or the other. A hole that continues deeper underground is opened, journey deeper for more treasures. I am going to leave the Pikmin, because that'll make it a lot easier to actually go over here without trying to hurt them through all of these hazards. I am trying to decide if this is better or worse to not have any sprays for this fight. I almost feel like the Fiery Bulbulax was a worse enemy, and thus it actually is fine to have used all the sprays there, because we should still be able to get through this fight without too much trouble without the spicy or bitter spray. Obviously, the best case scenario would have been if it had actually dropped an additional spray after using the bitter spray, but oh well. We should still be able to get through this, hopefully. Yep, no problem. We definitely had enough Pikmin to continually attack it without it causing problems. Look, the ground is cracked, indicating an inactive geyser. Have your Pikmin dig here. To me, the toughest part about fighting a lot of Bulborbs is if you don't have enough numbers to kind of like stun it, essentially, because basically as long as you're tossing Pikmin on it, it'll cause it to basically try to shake off the Pikmin. Basically, if you have low numbers, it makes it tougher because then you have fewer Pikmin to try to like, cause it to shake off, and it'll just immediately start attacking. But as long as you have a lot of numbers, or high numbers of Pikmin, it's usually not too bad. I was definitely a little bit nervous about that second floor, but overall, it went pretty well. Next up is the Cave of Snarls. So I've actually been having a lot of trouble with this particular floor. There's a lot of different combinations of enemies and hazards that are just really annoying to deal with at the same time. Like we have sheer grubs to worry about, we have a puffy blowhog and a withering blowhog, and we have a lot of fire and water in close proximity. So all of this stuff is actually really annoying to deal with at the same time. In this case, because this is not my first attempt, I know that the Withering Blowhog is the one that has treasure, not the Puffy Blowhog, so we should be fine. We actually saw something interesting, really briefly. Before I started whistling, a blue Pikmin was actually carrying a red Pikmin, which is actually a trait of blue Pikmin. They can basically rescue Pikmin that are drowning. Which is actually really cool. We never saw that before. Also, the sheer grubs are vulnerable to water, so hypothetically, if you can actually lure them into water, you can also defeat them without even directly attacking with Pikmin, which is kind of cool. Even the sheer wigs take damage in water if they happen to land in water after flying, and I have seen that happen in both games quite a bit. A hole that continues deeper underground has opened. Journey deeper for more treasures. Alright, so the exit is right over here. For the final floor, this can actually be really frustrating, because on past attempts, the blowhogs like to fly above the, void, so it was actually very difficult to actually lure them over solid ground to actually safely fight them, which is why I decided to use a bitter spray to speed things up. Look, the ground is cracked, indicating an inactive geyser. Have your Pikmin dig here. And quite conveniently, the geyser is right by the landing area. Out of all of the challenges we've seen so far, I'm actually a little bit surprised that this one gave me as much trouble as it did. So our final challenge for this row is the Giant's Bath. So we have a lot of treasures around this little tub area. We also have a Toady Blaster, so let's fight this right away. Like before, you can basically attack its tail. With Purple Pikmin, you can also throw Purple Pikmin directly at its body to deal impact damage, but with the other types of Pikmin, you basically have to rely on attacking its tail. That has the key, so that was actually very quick. A hole that continues deeper underground is opened. Journey deeper for more treasures. There are also hermit Crawmads and bumbling snitch bugs and a greater jelly float to deal with. Luckily, we didn't actually have to go through many of these enemies to clear this floor. And we have a rematch with the ranging Ballister. Like before, use one captain to lure it away, and then when it's basically going after the other captain, attack its tail with the remaining group of Pikmin. With the Spicy Spray in particular, this won't be too big of a deal, but I did switch over really quickly just to throw it off guard a little bit, like so. It also has a lot of range, as its name would imply, so definitely be a little bit careful when fighting it. That went surprisingly smoothly, considering I definitely should have called the Pikmin back sooner. So yeah, that actually went surprisingly well. Look, the ground has cracked, indicating an inactive geyser. Have your Pikmin dig here. There's also an ivory candy pop bud, because I'm assuming there are buried treasures. So if you're going for high score, you definitely want to swap some Pikmin over to white Pikmin. But yeah, I'm actually not used to fighting some of these enemies with other types of Pikmin, so I definitely feel like I take risks that I should not be taking with blue Pikmin and not purple Pikmin. By comparison to the previous challenge, that went extremely smoothly. Alright, so we are actually on the 5th row of challenges, so believe it or not, we're almost done with challenge mode. We also have some pretty straightforward floors in terms of like floor count, but I do remember some of these being very scary in terms of some of the enemies. So we'll have to see how this goes next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Pikmin 2.